Senator.
Yes.
Good morning. Just so I'm clear, this bill will not allow parents to opt out of HIV/AIDS education. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we cannot opt out of that.
Correct.
Okay. Do parents have the option to opt out of gender identity and expression, which starts in kindergarten?
Well, and let me check to see exactly what happens in kindergarten.
That's on page 21 of the Maryland Comprehensive Health Education Framework.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Kindergarten, gender identity expression. Kindergartners will learn to recognize a range of ways people identify and express their gender. They will recognize it's important to treat people of all gender identities and expressions with dignity and respect.
How about the fourth grade lesson on same gender physical and sexual attraction, which is on page 22?
Fourth grade, there is in the sexual orientation identity, they identify sexual orientation as a person's physical and or romantic attraction to an individual of the same and or different gender.
Okay, and how about page 23? Can parents opt out of the sixth grade lesson on sex assigned at birth?
Sixth grade, gender identity and expression. Define sex assigned at birth, gender identity, and gender expression.
House Bill 161 is on third reading and final passage. Is there any debate?
Madam Speaker.
Yes, go ahead.
So let's see how our schools are doing. Last year in Maryland, there was a school assessment where we found that only 48% of students scored proficient in reading. Only 24% scored proficient in math. And just last week, Fox 45 Baltimore ran an article where Baltimore City schools scored fourth worst in the nation on a national assessment. So you would naturally assume that we would be trying to tackle some of those challenges. But instead, the first bill to come to the House floor this session, first bill dealing with public education, doesn't tackle those challenges. What it does is make gender identity and sexual orientation its own standalone curriculum, teaches it to kindergartners, and then removes the opt-out for parents.
If you look through the testimony in support of the bill from my committee, it was about safe sex for high schoolers. Great. What a great idea. We already have that. We have it for free. This bill would put it at a cost in a vending machine in not only high schools, but middle schools, gray area there maybe, but also elementary schools, preschools, and daycares. This is delusional. Why in the world would someone in a preschool need a condom? So, to refuse to accept an amendment in good faith to remove babies, essentially, from being exposed to prophylactics via like machines in their learning environments, it's totally tone deaf.
I rise to agree with my colleague from Harford County. Condoms for kiddies. This goes too far. So next year we're going to have a bill regulating what can go in these condom machines. What color can the wrappers be? What words can go on the wrappers? I mean, imagine walking into preschool with your 3, 4, 5-year-olds. You walk by the machine and they say, "Mommy, Daddy, what's in that machine?" This is the over-sexualization of our children, and it just goes too far.
So House Bill 380 takes away the criminal penalties for putting condom machines in elementary schools. Here we are past the halfway point of a 90-day session, and this is the priority of the legislature, certainly of the majority party, Are we talking about all of the children that are stuck in failed schools that can't read or do math proficiently in accordance with state and federal tests? Oh no, we're not talking about that either, and I haven't seen those bills either. We're not dealing with any of those issues. Instead, condoms for kindergartners. I agree with the young lady from Harford County. You aren't listening. You're not listening to the constituents. When this is your priority, you're not listening.
There being 89 votes in the affirmative, House Bill 380, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed.